to development, because if we had left everything when it is covered, it would be difficult for the roots to develop.
Lynette Ankunda Akol is a woman entrepreneur and a managing director for Krystal Ice Uganda. She took on the value chain industry after resigning from the formal sector. She started fruit ice pop business after realizing that there was a gap to make use of the fruits that were finding no market, especially at the peak season. Her strategy was to target farmers from the grassroots and work with them as fruit suppliers. One of such groups is the Kangulumira Area Cooperative Enterprise, involved in organic pineapple farming.
We are into value addition. We add value to fruits whereby they are processed to make frozen fruits, which we call ice pops. And these are the ice pops we bake. They are in 6 different flavors. So we have apple, mango, orange, pineapple, mixed fruits, and watermelon. Came up with a business idea that could use a model that serves communities, a business that would have a positive impact, and people will be able to empower, inspire, and also promote income generating opportunities. So after doing my work at Uri, and of course I went with my idea, I presented it to them, told them exactly what I wanted to make, go with a prototype. So I did that, I took it to Uri, and then now they did like perfecting the product development basically. So when we did that, of course, then I said, now this is the time to start working with smallholder farmers, because I'd noticed the problem of fruit waste, and I wanted to come up with a solution that could increase the shelf life of fruits and also improve the availability of perishable products on the shelf.
With a total of 28 member groups, Yahaya Wafana is the chairman of Kangulumira Area Cooperative Enterprise, an umbrella organization bringing together farmers from Kangulumira Sub-County, Kayunga District. Among the lucrative farming enterprises they venture in is the organic pineapple farming, which they produce for markets such as Krystal Ice on a large scale.
Mainly Kangulumira is well known for pineapple growing. You want at least to get a good variety of pineapple. It's just within our area here, Kangulumira. So the reason why we came up with selecting pineapple as our major enterprise, most of our members are engaged in pineapple growing. So being with 3 enterprises, we selected pineapple as our major enterprise.
Kayunga district is one of the regions in Uganda best known for pineapple farming. Other regions include Luwero and Western Uganda. This is because of the conducive environment. Pineapples grow well with drained fertile sandy loam soils. The soils should be rich in humus with a pH range of 4.5 to 5.5, a moderate rainfall and good sunlight with no shade.
Need to know about the spacing, the variety, because not all what you see is that it should be grown as pineapples. We have to look for at least a variety to grow. Also look at the texture of land, soil, because it's not meant that everywhere you see land you should just grow what? Pineapples. Pineapples have specific areas to be grown too. If we talk about soil, loam soil does well. Like a partly sandy, that one cannot so do. But the best is loam. Yeah. Then, like the weather, it may be tropical, like a tropical environment. That one can match. Then also, you also need to study about diseases, because we are also disturbed with some diseases. So you need to learn more about that.
Pineapples grown in Uganda are basically of 3 varieties, which are Smooth Cayenne. It is by far the most cultivar throughout the tropics. Queens, the cultivar is smallest and sweeter than the Cayenne. the red Spanish. It is a semi-spineless cultivar. Its fruits are intermediate of smooth cayenne and red Spanish.
We have 3 different varieties, but they are grown basically depending on the specific areas. So here where we are involved in growing smooth cayenne, and I should say that's the best type of pineapple we should grow. Then we have the Frenchy, the Baganda say Bufaransa, something like that. Those ones are hard to plant. They are hard, but then they are sweet to eat, but the size is somehow small. Then they are also thorny. So during planting and during weeding, there's a problem with those ones, the French.
Pineapples are planted using the propagation method. This can be done using either of these 3 ways. Suckers, these are offshoots and take about 17 months to fruit. Slips, these are undergrowing of a pineapple plant and they take about 20 months to fruit. Crowns, this is the top spike or leafy part of a pineapple. It takes about 22 to 24 months to fruit. The gestation period of a pineapple will therefore depend on the type of propagation you use.
A sucker, this is a sucker. It just develops from down part. This is the mother, the stem is the mother, and just down, the sucker will develop. So I will just remove this. You see, I removed this. This was the fruit. It's where the fruit was. So I removed the fruit. And now this is the sack. This is the good quality. This is the quality to plant. So this is a sack. Now, we have also these ones growing on side. You see, these ones, however much you feed them, they will not grow up to this size. These are slips. They will remain like this. They don't go up to this size. But some people plant. But for somebody who is organic, really somebody who knows that pineapple planting is a business, at least you need to plant this. It can also be planted as in the form of a sucker. But then it will take long also to mature. Those one will take 15 months, so one can take something like 18. So you have to make sure that at least you wait. And also feeding. The fertilizers you use, feeding those ones, it will not be the same like these ones. You need to feed them for so long. So that's the only difference. Although they will also produce fruits, but the fruits which are going to be produced, they will not be like those ones from a real sucker. So this is a crown, that one is the sucker, that one is a slip. The mother plant, this mother plant will continue producing. It's just a matter of removing weeds. True. You see, in between we have coffee husks here. These are the fertilizers we used. Now, the nutrient within, it also get used. Then after that, like that, this one also will stop producing what? The pineapples. After 4 years, 4 to 5 years. That's why some people, when they hire land like this, people hire a land for 6 years. But if you hire land and you are going to plant there pineapples and use something, you say you are going to spend there something like 4 years, you might move away, or the period will end up when at least fruits are still there and even the matoke are there. So what you do, make sure that at least you end up 7 years, 8 years there if you want to hire land.
Studio. Buy and enjoy your favorite 500 ml Coca-Cola with the yellow crown. And check under the crown for the name of your favorite Ugandan Coke Studio artists. Each of your favorite artists wins you fantastic prizes like a fully paid trip to a Coke Studio concert, TVs, decoders, airtime, t-shirts, and Coca-Cola products. So keep searching to keep winning.
In celebration of the International Jazz Day, Johnny Walker and Isaiah Katuma present global pop star and 3-time Grammy winner Angelique Kidjo. Don't miss a special electrifying performance by Africa's premier diva with a special guest, the Grammy-nominated Billboard-topping saxophonist Darren Rand, together with our own Isaiah Katuma, all on one stage at the Kampala Serena Hotel on 30th April, starting at 7 p.m. Tickets are 200,000 shillings and 4 million shillings a table. Get your tickets at Serena Hotel and Conference Center. For reservations, call 0776 100 009. Proudly sponsored by Kampala Serena Hotel, NTV, Pinnacle Security, Victoria Motors, Fenon Event, and Johnny Walker. Keep walking. Not for sale to persons under 18. Drink responsibly.
Katukwanjulire always cotton soft. Zanjawulo akasusu kayo kagonvu ateka wewevu ku mubiri gwo ate nga zikuwummuza nga bwe zikuwa obukuumi olunaku lwonna. Zisangibwa mu maduuka gonna ku silingi 25 zokka.
Drink it and win it with Coke Studio.
Coca-Cola, kill this fever. Yeah.
Amanya gange nze Kayondo Deo. Ndi mutuze wa Kasana Luwero. Mbadde mpita ayita nensanga promotion ya Coca-Cola. N'ekyama. Nensobola okulabika nga ngula eccupa za soda zibadde nnya. Nensobola okulabika nga eccupa ya Novida nyiguza nusu 15. Mwensanze obuwanguzi buno obwa decoder. Era nga njagaliza bannanga abatannaba kuwangula. Bongera okugenda nga banywa soda wa Coca-Cola mulimu ebirabo era ebirabo bya ddala. Amanya gange nze Kayondo Deo.
To keep searching, to keep winning.
When planting, these are the requirements followed. Pluck the sucker or crown from the mother plant. Keep for 2 weeks to allow the downer part to dry or cure. Alternatively, the crowns can be trimmed to remove the food tissue high in sugars and then dipped in a fungicide for direct planting. A spacing of 2 feet, that is 60 centimeter between the rows, 1 feet 30 centimeters between the plants, and 4 feet 120 centimeter between adjacent double rows. Apply organic fertilizers such as coffee husks or manure if you are an organic farmer.
These are the suckers. They are now ready for planting. After harvesting them from the mother plant, you have to put them somewhere, the rest for 3 weeks at least. We are supposed to reduce this. We are now organizing this part for root development, because if you had left everything when it is covered, it would be difficult for the roots to develop. So that's why I remove some here like this. This one is supposed to be at least half a foot. I hand it like this. When I'm planting, I have to hand it like this. Then after planting, I have to make it that it's really firm with just within the hole. Then I must make sure that I don't allow soil to fall just in between there. Because if I allow soil to fall there, it will not grow. From there, I will wait for something like 5 months Then I apply there the coffee husks. Then I continue weeding. I also wait for 15, 16 months. Then I will start harvesting.
Pineapples will take between 15 to 24 months before harvest, depending on the method a farmer applies. They are planted in a space with no shade to allow them access a good amount of sunlight for proper growth. However, after the first and second harvest, it is advisable to introduce intercropping such as bananas to utilize the available space. More and more Ugandan farmers are finding it more advantageous to produce organic foods. This is because organic is fast marketable and more profitable. Before becoming an organic farmer, however, you need to follow a process.
First of all, one, your soil must be certified. There are those people who are supposed to certify organic farmers. They will come and look at the soil texture, look at how the soil is. What did you apply? What are you applying in your farming? So basically in organic, you need to go away with this whatever the herbicides like that. Those chemicals, we don't apply chemicals. Yeah, that's for organic. Then those ones in organic in transaction or organic in conversion, we are using these as fertilizers. These are coffee husks. But you will find somebody, instead of applying coffee husks, could just bring a certain herbicide, start spraying. Because these are costly. You want to pass through a shortcut, that's how you can use those herbs. So that's one thing somebody can identify that these are organic. Then also, if you look at the size, also, yeah, organic pineapples, the way they look, even the fresh, the fruit itself, you look at it, it looks like a real fruit, which is healthy. At least, but with these ones which have been applied on with some chemicals, we find some other areas they have been burnt because of the effects of chemicals.
When ready to harvest, the pineapple will turn yellow on the exterior. Make a simple twist to harvest the fruit. When readily harvested, the pineapple can be eaten fresh or used to process a number of products and used as a recipe in the culinary section. For instance, pineapple makes a great addition to recipes for meats, vegetables, and salads. Better still, you can have it for a fresh glass of pineapple juice, or you can choose to enjoy it as a crisp when well dried and packaged.
I'm now washing. So after that, it comes to peeling. I make sure that I don't leave there the eyes. These are pineapple eyes, because if you leave them during drying, they will indicate black spots. So after that, I'm supposed to remove this. These are with these ones, what we do, since our members are animal keepers, and we keep animals like cows, pigs, so these ones are taken back to the farmers for animal feeding. Pineapples are sliced in two different ways. We have these ones in a round form, we have those ones in quarter way, we have those ones in 3 quarters. So it depends on what the buyer is in need. If the buyer would like the round one, we just cut them like this. So the way we remove the center part, you take to the dryer. 2 days or 1.5. The other dryer takes 1.5 days for drying. The wooden ones take 2 days. Evening hours, you come and you remove. You bring everything inside here. You remove the dried. You also sort, because during drying, some get broken. After that, you come to packing. You pack We use these ones as packing materials. These are packing materials which are given to us by the company. Fruits of the Nile, Jacana, Flona, Trophopi, Amavi, as I talked about. So those ones will just come in with their packing materials. They give me, we pack everything. And after packing, if it was me to pack them, when I'm going to sell them, without passing through those companies, I could just pack them like this. Pack them like this. This is a package of 1 kilogram. This is a package of 500 grams. So it depends. We can even pack them at 250 grams. So that's the label we are using. These products we are taken to the National Bureau of Standards for testing. Our pineapples were taken, they were testified. We are given that standard mark. Only one thing is that the chew mark. Now everything has been changed. They don't issue standard marks. When they give what? Chew mark. Yeah, they just give chew mark. Yeah. They don't give this. So they are giving like this one here, when it's packed here like this, I'm selling it at 17. When I packed this, I sell it at 20,000. This is a half a kilo, it's 8,500. And if you had a chance of coming here, you can buy this one at 15,000. This is our juice extracting machine. And she's doing ice, which is a product from pineapple. She's making everything from where? Kampala. There is a machine here. What are we going to do? I'm saying I'm very happy. Want to put up, want to join the understanding so that we can develop something which is at least of good quality. So we are going to use this machine, I know, for pulping juice. Then instead of making everything from Kampala, at least she will be coming to buy our pulped juice from what? From pineapple. Then she goes and maybe she does something. The other one is a juice pasteurizer. Before taking it, we have to boil it. That one is a wine juice pasteurizer. Wanted to separate the two. The juice for making wine and the juice for other drinks. So there is a small one. I know we are going to use that one. After pulping this juice from here, we shall boil it. Then she comes and take it. That's how we are going to do the business.
As an entrepreneur, Lynette has chosen to add value to the pineapple through making enjoyable ice pops, a venture she does not regret.
We've gotten customers who have asked whether our products are organic. So when I met Lorraine, she told me that she has those groups of people, of farmers who are dealing in organic products. So we got in touch, so she took me to those people. I went and met them in person, and they also liked the idea. So now we're going to be working with them. The aggregator has been buying from them and distributing, but with time as we scale, we want to be buying now. We want to be dealing with the farmers directly. We are still trying to get an agronomist actually to help us with the right varieties to use. But like I said, for pineapple, we know we are using smooth cayenne. For mangoes, we use what they call kagogwa. I don't know the name in English. Yeah, so this is the fruit bath. Before people enter the production room, they have to disinfect themselves. So you have to go through the fruit bath and you enter the production room. So the whole process starts with fruit procured. So when the fruits get here, they are checked for non-conformances. For example, you look at the skin of the fruit. Does it have cuts? You look at the fruit. Is it very ripe? Because we want to use fruits which are ripe. And then we look at we try to look for pathogenic microorganisms on the fruits which can contaminate the fruit. So when the fruits pass the test, then we also check to see whether they could be rotten, because sometimes, you know, the fruits get here and when you cut them you find they are rotten. So when they pass that test, they are washed and then they are peeled. So after peeling the fruits, we extract the pulp, and it is done from here. Yeah. So after extraction, we sieve the pulp, and we move to the pulp is put in the pasteurizer. So this is the pasteurizer. This is the mold for the pops. So what is here now? This is pineapple pulp. So now he's just going to put the sticks that are going to hold the pops when they're formed. So he's going to put them in the mold, and then we shall get the mold and put it in the popsicle machine, and then the ice forming will start. This is the popsicle machine. So this is the component that freezes. It's a fast freezing machine. Our engineer is not around now to give you like the details on how the machine operates, but yeah, basically. So this is the one that forms the ice now, the ice pops. For us to produce 1,000 pops, we need at least fruits of between 200 and 300,000. So this is part of the storage room. You can see it is small. That's why I was telling you about the cold room. So I need a cold room for the raw materials. I need a cold room for the final products.
Through hard work and using her dream to empower farmers and women, Lynette has achieved so much, including a number of awards. Among these are, and winning the Rising Woman Award organized by Nation Media Group. She has used these to her advantage and is not looking back.
I believe in myself. I believe my proposal was very good. I believe I had a very good product I could talk about. I had a product that had the why, and I'd seen a problem. I saw a problem and I came up with a solution. And I was able to sell my vision to the judges. And I think they also believed in me. And I went with my product actually. I showed it to them, they tested it. No, they didn't test. But at least it was proof that I'm not just talking. The product is there. Yeah. Some of the supermarkets were requesting for freezers because our competitors now have gotten to know about us, so they don't want to put our products in their freezers. So the money I got from the Tony Elmero Foundation helped me to get more freezers for storage here at the plant, and we've also been able to supply some freezers in supermarkets, which now helps us now improve on the visibility of the products in the supermarkets.
For many women, Lynette Ankunda Akol is a vivid example that any dream can be birthed out of a simple idea. All you need is a passion and hard work. So what are you waiting for? Let's bring the gold out from the farm.
NTV, turning on your world.
The Home Expo has land deals for as low as 5 million shillings and ongoing affordable housing projects that will make your home owning dream a reality.